Yo, we back. Another episode, Curbside College. Another one in the books. Word around town is they thought I was going to quit. No, that ain't happening. Curbside ain't here to stay. Curbside media going to consistently grow. You know what I'm saying? We going to build this dream all the way out. And we ain't going to complain about the hardships. And we going to celebrate the good ones. We going to celebrate everything that we win. And we going to even celebrate when we lose because we learned something. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to college, y'all. We in this for another week, you know what I'm saying, where I'm not teaching, but we learning. We learning together. I'm growing with y'all, and that's the reason why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So, Valentine's Day was this weekend, man. How y'all holding up after that, man? Everybody still intact? Everybody wallet still intact? Everybody relationship still good? You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody did good. Everything was cool over here, man. I didn't really do too much. Cooked a little bit, you know. Got ate a little bit, you know, didn't do too much. We didn't do too much around this camp. You know what I'm saying? But y'all remember that episode back in like early January when I was talking about how they already putting up the Valentine's Day decorations and buy the balloons and all that? Man, let me tell you something. I went in the store to get some seasoning and looked at the price of one balloon, $8.99. I said, come on. $8.99 for one balloon? Oh man, y'all tripping for real. That's really a money grab, man. I'm not even. And then when I got home, I started to look up the real history behind Valentine's Day and what it really was and where it really come from and what kind of, you know what I'm saying, attitudes was behind it. Really, and I'm not gonna go too far into it. Valentine's Day wasn't really about love from the start. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna dive into all that. We could save that for a later episode, maybe next year. It's already over with, so I ain't gonna dive into it all like that. But I'll give you one fun fact. It wasn't up until the late 1800s, early 1900s, when in the industrial area where they started making Valentine's Day really, really about love. It was about love a little bit before that, but they started capitalizing on it to sell more candy and to sell more things around that time. A lot of these holidays that we go through is just to sell shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could keep spending y'all money and wasting y'all hard-earned savings on that shit if you want to. But start looking up the history behind these holidays, man, and you will see that a lot of this shit is based on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna go into all of that. I hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day. I hope everybody happy. I hope nobody got caught cheating or falling out or fighting and all that carrying on because it's enough of that going on in our community. We don't need to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we had Super Bowl weekend too. So now Super Bowl weekend in the Bay was a very interesting time. So I'm gonna say it again. Super Bowl weekend in the Bay was a very interesting time. It's a lot of action that we seen around here that we don't really get to see. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people confused on how to maneuver around Super Bowl. They confused that they didn't, they wasn't in the right proper circles or wasn't at the right parties and didn't have nothing to sell. Listen here. We don't really get to see action like that, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. What we gotta understand about the Bay is that this is Silicon Valley. You know what I'm saying? If you're not running no business or you don't have no offerings or you're not in the right circles, it's going to be hard for you to get what you need to get out of the area that you live in. I'm going to tell you like this because I didn't see nobody complaining that was in the right places, that was moving and shaking, kissing babies and doing all that. I didn't see nobody like that complaining. But if you're not offering the world something, if you're not offering the people nothing, if you're not offering nothing, you can't expect to get treated like you are. That's just how it go. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it goes. Super Bowl weekend, it was a nice weekend. It looked like, man, I seen a lot of people happy. I seen a lot of people, spending their little coins and enjoying themselves. I expect people to have fun at them times of life. You know what I'm saying? Those are really good times of life when the Super Bowl was here. There's a lot of celebrities here, a lot of visitors here. We got us some what they call it, some tourism money for the economy, you know what I'm saying? A lot of our Starbucks workers, a lot of our restaurant people made some good tips and shit, you know what I'm saying? We got to applaud that. But the things that we don't got to applaud is our community having things to say because we don't have nothing to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would have got, if we had decent offerings to offer people when they come here, we would get patronized. And that go back to the point to where I'm saying that this is the Bay Area, this is Silicon Valley. If you're not running a business here and you're not in business and you don't have a business type offering, you're not going to get put above everybody else. You know what I'm saying? This is a business area. They say you know what I'm saying, the people was leeching off our culture, off the Bay culture. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Bay is a mixed pot of people. So you got to have something to offer everybody. You got to have a tangible item, a restaurant, a truck, or something. You know what I'm saying? Even in the music game, a lot of the music people was doing a lot of good things this weekend. I got a chance to go to the Empire music party, and I had a ball, man. I met a lot of people. I met Wallow. Let me tell you something about Wallow. Let me tell you something. I had the opportunity to meet Wallow, and this is at a time where I'm kind of feeling a little self-conscious about what I got going on and about what I'm doing with this media, what I'm doing with this show. And I ran into him, and he actually took the time to stop and listen to my strategy and give me some feedback. Real good dude. We talked for a long time. Feet planted on the ground. Still, he don't move like the normal celebrity, so I gotta shout him out for that. He really took the time to listen to what I had to say and listen to what I plan to do with what I'm doing here. And he gave me a decent strategy that I could use. You know what I'm saying? And I could build off of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm fairly intelligent. I could take what's going on and I could apply it to my life, and I can apply it to what I need to do. So that was cool. But overall, Super Bowl weekend was cool, man. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. I'm going back to this Silicon Valley Bay Area thing. We are in Silicon Valley. We are in the Bay Area. We are in the technological startup capital of the world. One thing we should know how to do here is start and run a business, no matter what it is: music, food, clothing, any kind of service. If you want to be a consultant, if you want to be a lawyer, whatever it is, you need to learn how to structure it as a business and start to run it as a business, so you will have an offering, so you can capitalize off times like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't complain if you don't have no offering, if you're not moving in the right circles, you're not mingling, and you're not doing what you need to do. You got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're not, all you're going to be doing is complaining. That's the only thing you're going to be doing. And we got enough of that going on in our culture. We need to start working together, and we need to start learning how to run these businesses and run this shit so we could capitalize off shit like this. I was hearing people say that people that's flying in from out of town should tap in with people that's here. I do agree with that. I do agree that when people fly into a certain area, you should tap in, you should hit your people, or you should tap in with certain people, and so you can move around safely or get something that you need or whatever it is. But if nobody offering nothing, people just only offering Instagram pictures, what we gonna do? And that's one of the reasons why I get on here talking like this, because we need to start learning how to run businesses. You know what I'm saying? What I'm doing right now is more than just talking on camera. I'm actually building a business behind this. You know what I'm saying? It might not look like it now because I'm still in the infancy stages, but once you see me build it out over the next few years, you will see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the journey that I'm on. I'm in a growth journey right now, and I'm not trying to complain if I don't have nothing to offer somebody that's coming in here to spend money or coming here to enjoy themselves. I'm not complaining about nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because before I'm on Instagram, I'm a hustler. And now I just decided to take my hustle to another level. I started to spread it out, make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? It might not look like that right now. You know what I'm saying? But I'm building a business out of this, and I'm building an offering out of this. And I'm building a name out of this. When you see me, you're going to know what we talking about. You're going to know what I'm trying to do out here. I don't want that to be mistaken at all. You know what I'm saying? But that just come with knowing your journey. No, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand your journey. And I understand the journey that I'm on, and I'm starting to see a lot of things different with this journey I'm on. It's giving me clarity to see people characteristics, people intentions, what people really doing with this life, man. We're going to be out of here in a minute. If you my age, you damn near halfway through it. What you going to do? You know what I'm saying? You got understanding your journey, give you accountability on your life. Where you lacking at? How much of a financial hole and moral hole you done dug for yourself? You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to climb out of that. It's hard to see what you done did and bring yourself back to a position to where you just flush, to where you can go any direction. That's hard to do, man. That's really hard to do. And it's sad that we can't come together and start helping each other with that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we all go through shit differently, and one person might have better advice for you than somebody else. We just need to have a community that understand that we're trying to grow, that understand that we're trying to run businesses, that understand that we've been systematically separated. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit that we need to start understanding. Understanding my journey, man, it brought me a long way. I'm not gonna lie, but it's one major downfall. Is one major downfall that I can see that maturing in my journey brought. I'm gonna tell you one thing, and this thing is that a lot of times maturity can be mistaken for weakness. Somebody will know you from a previous life and don't understand that you matured, and they want to drag you back, or they want to talk to you like you're still that person, or they want to treat you like you're still that person. And I understand that because everybody not on their growth journey, everybody not on a journey to accomplish. So you got to kind of give them grace for that, but you can't let them drag you back. You can't let them drag you back, man. Maturity sometimes can be mistaken for weakness, and then if you see that they do take your maturity for weakness, you got to give them their space because they deserve it. They deserve their space if they can't see that you growing and they not growing themselves. So let them step back, and once they get on their journey and they start to see what's going on, they might reapproach you in a different manner to where y'all can have these conversations, these growth conversations. You know what I'm saying? And it just happens like that, man. Understanding your journey help you see character, man. And character is important to understand because a lot of the situations we grew up in, a lot of the things we went through growing up in this troublesome community gave us the character. It either turns you evil or it turns you really, really good. I'm starting to see. It really ain't no in between. And we got to start taking that seriously because then we know how to treat people. Then we can start picking the cream of the crop based on character and intentions and morality and shit like that. That's very important. We got to start taking it seriously. Because if we don't, we're gonna stay in the same place. And it's real important for me and my personal journey for me not to stay in the same place. So it's really starting to take a toll on me. You know what I'm saying? It's really starting to take a toll on me. You know what I'm saying? That morality thing, people excuse me. Morality is important because your moral compass is very important. That help distinguish how you treat people. And that's one thing I judge on people is how they treat people they don't need. Waiters, garbage men, shit like that. People who really play an important role in life, but you don't think you need them in your life because you at a certain level and they doing something else. I really watch how people treat people they don't need. My other gauge is I watch how people drive, but that's a real thing for me. I watch how people drive and I pay attention to how people treat people they don't need. So that's another thing. But like I said, it's important that we know that, man. Understanding your journey, man. Understanding your journey, it gives you so much clarity, man. Understanding your journey gives you so much clarity through people, through your life, through everything. How much we really scared to do the things that we need to do. How much we really don't understand. How much we don't really understand the things we need to do to get in a better place in life, to actually succeed. You know what I'm saying? I put on my Instagram the other day, like I ain't never had to bring out a gangster mentality to goddamn get something done or be successful in my life. Never in my life. Actually, it was quite the opposite. I actually had to move away from that type of attitude just to get along with people. We carrying that attitude on our back so good we can't even get along with people that we need to get along with. You ain't gonna get nothing done out here by yourself, man. I got an episode on networking. I'm going through that right now, and that was one of the good things that I heard when I spoke with Wallow. When I spoke with Wallow, he like, man, you got to get out in this world, man. You got to get here. You got to get to these places, man. You got to build it. You got to have an offering. You can't be out here just expecting people to do shit for you. That ain't gonna work. You can't, and you also can't be out here expecting people to understand you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make your vision clear. You got to make your shit clear, man. Understanding your journey very important, and that's where I'm at right now. And I'm bringing it to y'all. You know, I bring this to y'all because I'm talking on this mic as I'm learning, as I'm going through this. You know what I'm saying? And we have to start understanding our journey. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I already said that is very important, that you got to understand when this world trying to drag you back to the old you. You know what I'm saying? You can't let that happen. You can't let nobody play you out your position because it took you too long to even get where you at mentally, let alone physically. You can be a good man, make a mistake, wind up in jail. You know what I'm saying? Or wind up dead, or wind up just played because you let somebody temporarily take you out your comfort zone, take you off your goal. They didn't understand your journey. So you got to make sure you understand your journey so you can watch that shit, man. That shit's serious. You'll get gone in a moment's notice. based off a decision you made instantaneously because somebody didn't understand what you was doing and they drug you back and you let them. I'm a man of accountability and I value relationships. So if I'm wrong, I'm going to say I'm wrong. If you take that as a weakness or not, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I'm prepared for anything. But at the same time, I understand my journey, so I know what I need to do and how I need to do it in the relationships I need to foster. You know what I'm saying? And that's very important. That's very important. Accountability in this shit very important because if you can't let your partner know or somebody you care about or a relationship you care about or a situation you care about, if you can't let them type of things, if you can't take accountability in being wrong in them type of situations, you ain't no good to nobody because all your intentions is selfish. And we can't do that. No, that ain't what's happening here, man. That ain't what's happening. That ain't what's happening. And then you got to watch out because, like I said, sometimes maturity can be taken for weakness. So that person might just still be in that phase of their life and they don't understand that you mature and you really ain't trying to do all that. You trying to succeed. People who can't wrap their head around success don't understand what it look like when people going through it and they trying to achieve it. That's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? They just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same concept with money. If you can't see yourself being a millionaire, if you can't start making habits like a millionaire, how you expect to have it? They do different things. Everybody do different things based on what they want out of this life. So that's why understanding your journey is tantamount to success. It's priority. It takes precedence. You got to understand what you're doing out here. You have to. And you got to take advantage. You got to take advantage of the person that you becoming. Start networking. I'm working on that right now. You got to take advantage of the person you becoming. You got to take advantage of people in their journey. Because people that's on their journey know how difficult it is, so they probably don't mind helping you with yours and vice versa. You don't mind helping them with theirs because you know how hard it is out here. You know what I'm saying? That Super Bowl was a wonderful weekend, man. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? And I was at a time where I was questioning myself. You know what I'm saying? I was questioning myself. I know this networking thing real hard, and I got to meet Wallow, and I got some real good information from him, man. I appreciate that. He a real stand-up dude, man, down to earth, man. In there choked up Adidas shorts and a hat talking that shit. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate a real one when I get to meet one, and he dropped it on me too, pause. You know what I'm saying? But he gave me a lot of good game that I'm implementing right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One thing he said is that we hate on each other too much out here. I think we hate on each other too much out here, man. I ain't gonna get into that, but you know what I'm saying? I'm impervious. You know what I'm saying? The hating don't really bother me. I just move away because I really don't need to be around people who hate on people. I don't need to be around people who hate on people. That ain't just me. That just ain't me. I don't got no time for that, and it don't pay nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just pay ill will, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you like this. Next time somebody hate on you, check and see what position they in. If they doing better than you, I doubt it. I ain't never seen nobody hate on nobody that was doing better than them. Think about that. I ain't never seen it. It just don't happen. Because why would you hate down? Like, why if somebody doing better than you, they don't got no reason to hate you. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta understand in our journey very important. You know what I'm saying? It's time to turn up. It's time to get out here and build something. You eat what you kill, man. You got to get out here and build something. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be walking in somebody else's dream, and it don't matter if you could recognize it or not. If you're not getting out here to build something, make something tangible, give yourself some meaning in your life outside of that job, man, it's gonna be a hard it's gonna be a hard next 20. I guarantee you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna get into my thoughts about them, how they trying to implement socialism. You know what I'm saying? The good thing about socialism is that it could take care of people that can't take care of themselves. But I think the downside is that it's gonna make it harder for people who want to be independent, who want to be business owners. It's gonna be harder for people like that. I'm not saying it ain't gonna be possible. But I think it's going to be hard, but I'm not going to go down that hole right now. Socialism on the way. Because Trump tearing this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Cyrbside College, man, I'm here to help. And you know what else? I got a new respect for People who doing shows, who doing podcasts, man. This shit is hard to stay consistent, man. The shit y'all don't see, y'all don't know a lot of the stuff that going on. I've been talking to some people that's running shows and they going through it because they got life, they got kids, you know what I'm saying? This shit costs. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you want to make an impact, you gotta have a strategy that require your time every day. You know what I'm saying? I got a new respect for people who do this, who doing real stuff and out here building stuff in the world, man. I got a new respect for them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to take in the content. It's hard to put it out. I tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Get in people some grace. If you see something that's not up to your standard or something that you think could be done better, get in people some grace because you don't know what they're going through. Life hard out here, man, and you got to still build. And you got to still provide. And you got to still provide security. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Curbside College, man. Curbside and AP, whatever you want to call me. You know what I'm saying? Understand your journey. Because if you don't, somebody else gonna help you understand theirs, and you're gonna be a worker. All right, y'all. Peace.